Here is a bird nest building activity that is really easy to make and really fun to play. So the challenge is that people are going to use mock bird beaks, like these bamboo tongs, to grab twigs and try and create a bird's nest just like a bird would with their beaks. And the nest has to hold up to 3 eggs without them falling out. Okay, so how I made the setup was I just grabbed a branch. You can get 2 branches and tape them together, tie them together, as long as there are a couple forked branches to hold the nest. The more the better. 3 might not work so well, 4, maybe 5. That seems to work the best to hold the little twigs to make the nest. Okay, there's lots of ways to make this happen, to get it to stand upright. Tried a couple different ways. This one worked for me where I just drilled a hole in a piece of wood that I had laying around the nature center I worked at, and then just put a couple screws in the top to hold it upright. So you can either place them on a tabletop, you can use a tree outside even and duct tape some of these branches onto the side of the tree. You can add like looks like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, the base of that, where a couple pieces of scrap wood together to make like an X or triangle, and then just screw those together to hold it upright. Okay, so you'll need some tiny twigs and even like pine needles, whatever a bird might typically use for a bird nest. You can collect those outside. I would not use vines. You just never know, if it's something like a poison ivy vine or something you're not sure of what it is. So yeah, little twigs that are from like a pine tree or oak tree or something like that. You can even throw in some twine if you want to make it a little bit different. Birds will use rope, twine, fibers from trees or palm trees also when they're making the nest. Apparently Bunny wanted to say hi. He's been running around the room making noises, so say hi. Bun. Say hi. So for the bird beaks, I just ordered these on Amazon for a couple bucks. Bamboo tongs, and they act a lot like a bird beak. You can also make some. I made these out of paint stirrers, and when you go to a Chinese food restaurant, rubber bands around the chopsticks to make it easier for kids to use. So I just used that idea, but made it into like a bird beak shape. You can paint them if you want, yellow, orange. Now it's really hard when you're grabbing the twigs to make the nest to use just the tongs. So after 30 seconds or so, you can just let them use their hands. Otherwise it gets really frustrating trying to do that in 10 minutes, 5 minutes. You can use a visual timer too to add to the fun. So like a timer on an app that you can see the pie, like a pie chart, and it's counting down. Okay, bonus tip. So after you're done making the activity and you've done the activity, you can, if it's nesting season, put out some bits of twine and yarn out in the yard on a dish and let birds come up, and they'll use that for their nests sometimes. If you want to get fancy, you can even put like one of these indoor-outdoor cameras that are hooked up to the Wi-Fi next to the like the bird feeder that has those little bits of twine and yarn, and then you can see the birds coming up and taking the bits back with them. So that's fun to get the birds up close and personal. And if you use like a big screen or put this on a big TV, it makes the birds like really come alive, like they're right there in front of you. So this is just a Ring camera that I got, again, off Amazon, less than $100, and it hooks up to my phone with the Ring app, so I can, anytime there's movement on the, like let's say on the bird feeder, it'll show it onto my phone. So I hope you enjoy this activity. Try it out, and throw your own twist in there, and if you come up with something your own, put it in the comments that your own twist, or how this worked for you. Maybe if it didn't work for you. So thanks. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel for more fun activities about nature. Thanks.